weird hand. This guy's obviously very poor in the top left. And he has the last combo of ace-2. For anyone who couldn't really follow that, since like the ace of hearts, since the flop's rainbow, he can't have a suited like combination because I also block the ace of clubs. So now it's like only ace-2 of spades and only that's it, I guess. Yeah, that could be a suited ace. I guess I misspoke earlier. Or ace-7 of diamonds as well. I'm an idiot. So he ends up shoving there, and again, I just really hate his flop play. It's like easy to say that, and the guy shows up with 7-4 offsuit in the top left. It's like whatever. It's easy to say that, oh, you played it bad because like, it's easy to sound like I'm diminishing his play because on the surface it's like, well, he did get you to put in more money with ace-queen. It's like, well, kind of no shit. Like, I was going to put in more money with ace-queen regardless. Really, all he did was shut out his value. So, I really dislike how he played that. And top right, it's 3-6, so it's a little bit bigger in terms of that's why the pot's bigger pre. It was simply a button raise and then me 3-betting. And not much with this guy. He was one of the guys 3-handed who started the table with me, I believe. So I'd assume he has a fairly wide range here of button versus small blind of defending there. Assuming that I'm not going to be doing much else. It's tough between a small re-raise or a shove here. I think I'd probably just shove and try to rep as wide as possible. Like, am I really going to small re-raise like ace-8 suited here? Probably not. I'll probably just shove. So, and it also, like, if he does have 10s, jacks, and is doing that, it doesn't allow him to flat, and then a scare card comes, and we both check it down, or maybe I end up folding the best hand. Something along those lines could happen, and the pot's getting pretty big that those mistakes just magnify. So he gets in 8s here. It's fine. He's not going to have a lot of semi-bluffs on this range, or on this board, because of the lack of flush draws. So it's really like 7-8 and 9-8, and then pocket 8s, I guess, that are going to be those draws that are going to raise and, I guess, be strong enough to get it in. He can't be too bad off if he thinks I'm c-betting I'm c-betting fairly wide on this board, so a raise is probably immediately profitable for him if he thinks I'm 3-betting wide enough pre. And then without a ton of history, like, I guess he could even be getting it in a head too. Like, if I decided he was just kind of full of it and I just shoved like ace queen of spades or like jack 10 of spades, something along those lines, or like 7-8, 6-8 myself, I could definitely see shoving, and he's got those dominated, obviously. So I don't mind his play. I think calling gets a little nasty too, because I feel like on every turn good for him, I'm going to play pretty well and with my perceived range, and for every turn bad for him, he might be making a big mistake by folding. So I don't mind his play. I think you could definitely call and then just kind of play it for the straight value of your draw, assuming that most players aren't going to just barrel off on that board. But I think a lot of people do expect to get called on that board of 9-7-6 rainbow when they bet. So, especially small blind versus button. So with the 8s, you've got to be willing to do something other than just call, and if I keep betting, fold. Whether it be like maybe call the flop and jam the turn as like a semi-bluff, or like raise the flop and get it in, obviously was his choice, that type of deal. Because otherwise, I feel like he's going to just only be relying on his equity, which obviously he needs to try to do a little better than if he's going to make some money overall.